Hey, Trutz from AMALYTIX here, and today I will show you how to optimize your Amazon product listing images with the help of AI and AMALYTIX. Let's go. I'm here on my product list, and let's assume we would like to optimize this Amazon Basics wireless Bluetooth over-ear headphones. I just click on it and I go to the images tab here now, and here we have this button generate images, and this is what I'm going to do now. And we have a 4-step approach. In the first step, you select a style guide, and I will show you later what exactly this is, but basically this defines your brand identity, because if you use those LLM models from scratch, you will get very generic images. They look great, but perhaps they are not fully on brand based on your brand identity. Don't choose one because I haven't created one yet for Amazon Basics, so I will leave it as is. This is fully optional. Then you need to select those image prompts, and let me show what you have here. We have predefined some prompts, for example, for application, product rendering, or also a lifestyle image, which I'm going to choose here. And let me choose another one. And I will go with lifestyle image again, just to show you later that each time you generate a prompt, it will be a little bit different each time. And of course, I can add more. I can even add more slots here. So if you need more images, just choose more. And what you see here is our predefined, we call it meta prompt. And it's a description on how to generally create a lifestyle image, which is not product related. But what we have added here is, for example, things like placeholders for the product title. And later in the next step, we will replace this with your product information, because we think you need 4 things to create great imagery with AI. So it's first a style guide, second a good prompt, we have that, then third the product information, and last but not least a quick way to update your images on Amazon. And this is all combined in AMALYTIX. So let's now create the final prompt based on this meta prompt and the product information, and this happens if we go to step 2. Now it takes a couple of seconds until this prompt gets generated, and let me iterate. We take the style guide, we take the meta prompt, we take the product information, we mix it all together, and then we could generate the final prompt, and here it is. So this is now the final prompt which gets sent to the large language model to create your image. And you can see I can switch between those two, and just by switching you can already see those prompts are different. And this is because large language models are not deterministic. They return a slightly different answer each time you ask them. So let's go to step 3, because one thing is missing. You need a good reference image we can send together with your prompt to the large language model, and this is what I can select here. I'm in my training account, so I don't see the real product listing images here, because this is all dummy data basically. But I have one in my snapshot, and I just drop this main image here into my selection. I can select up to 4 images. And there's another important thing you can choose from here, and this is which model to use. We have added all good image models here, either from OpenAI or from Google Gemini, so you can choose one. If you don't have a preference, I would recommend you go with GPT Image, which is based on our test currently a very capable model. So now you have it. We have the prompt, we have product information, we have the final prompt, and we have this reference image, and now we can generate those images. So I click on generate images, and here we go. This takes now, let's say 45-60 seconds, depending on the current load of OpenAI or Google Gemini, but we don't need to wait so long. I will skip now to the time in the future where those images are being generated, and let's have a look at them. Now all our images were generated, and let's have a look. So actually I already generated 2 before, so we now have 4 images to look like, and I think they look really cool. Here we have a relaxing atmosphere in a kind of cafe or bar. Here it's more in the home office style. Here it's a male model also sitting in a kind of home office atmosphere, and here someone sitting in a living room. So that's why I also recommend to create multiple images and then choose the one you like most. Even if there's something a little bit off, we have another feature I would like to show you. So for example, let's look at this image here, and let's assume you don't like this cup on the table here and you would like to get it removed. You don't need to generate a new image. You can just edit the existing one, and you just select the image you would like to change, or if you have 2 images you would like to combine, you can even select multiple images, but let's just assume we would like to edit one. So I click on edit with UI, and now we have this image here selected, and now I can chat with this image, and I can just say what I want to get changed. Please remove the cup on the table, and then I just press enter. And what we are doing now is we send this image together with your change request to OpenAI in this case, because I've still selected GPT Image 2, and we are now waiting for the response. Let's take a look, and you can see the cup is gone and the image is still perfect. So, and this is something you can use not only for AI generated images, but for each image. You can download your existing product images, which have been taken by a photographer, for example, download it to AMALYTIX, select them, edit them, upload them again. But let's talk about uploading, because let's assume now you are happy with your images here. And how are they getting uploaded? You just select one image if you like, or multiple, into what we call our snapshots here. And this is the snapshot describes how your listing should look like. So now I've added the main image and also 2 other images. And if I want to transfer this now to Amazon, I just click here on transfer snapshot to Amazon, choose images, and here we go. I just need to mention that any upload via the API for images is global. So all images are updated across multiple marketplaces. If you don't want this, we have another option to update images marketplace specific via our cases feature, but this is something for a different video. So, and this works quite well. So just check on the next day if those images appeared, and usually it does. So in the beginning, I told you that you can also create style guides, and let me show you how this works. For this, I go to settings, and here we have something which is called agents, and within this page we have the tab called prompts, and here you can find all the AI prompts we are using within our tool. And here we also have this section product image create, and here you find all those predefined prompts, and all predefined prompts have this green AMALYTIX badge. You can't change those are predefined and read only, but you can duplicate them, and then you can edit the duplicate. And I already did this here, for example, with lifestyle image test 1, 2, 3. Let me open it, and here you can see the same prompt we have seen before. Now we can update it, and you can even change the placeholders. For example, what I did here already is I removed the current title and I replaced it with the snapshot title. This is very easy to do. Let me show you. Normally, when you duplicate our prompt, it looks like this. So we use the current title, current description, current bullet points to add those to this meta prompt. But let's assume you don't want the current title because the current title is not really good. A better title sits in your snapshot. Then you just select it, click on snapshot title, and now this placeholder will be used or replaced. And this is really helpful. For example, what you can also do now is if you have really lots of information you would like to include into your AI prompt, you can first upload it, for example, into the snapshot description, then replace the placeholder here. For example, not use the current description, but use the snapshot description, and then this information will get updated. And of course, you can update everything you see here. So it doesn't need to be labeled here as product description. And then you can also, of course, update everything else here. And then you just click save, and then your prompt is being saved and you can use it within this image generation process. And this is really helpful to generate on your demand. So let's also talk about style guides here. And I mentioned earlier that we allow our users to create style guides to create some, let's say, brand prompt, which helps generating images for your brand identity. Let me show you how this works. I've created one here for the famous German brand Einhell, which is doing lots of do-it-yourself stuff. And how it works is like this. You first select some images which define your current brand identity. And here you can see major colors are black, red, very bold design, typography, etc. And then you click on regenerate style guides. Then we send those images together with a long prompt to an AI and ask them to create a style guide based on our structure. And this is then what comes back. And you can see we describe the color system, we describe typography, visual shapes, etc., 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 lighting, mood, visual composition, etc., etc. And if you choose this brand style guide later during AI image generation, this really helps to optimize your images. So I would definitely recommend that. So I think this is everything I have to show you today. We think it's really helpful. We see lots of images are getting generated each day. And if you want to try it out, I will tell you how to start our free trial later after this video. But I would be really interested in your feedback. What can we do better? Let us know and generate images to optimize your listings. See you in the next video. If you enjoyed this video and you are already an AMALYTIX customer, feel free to explore our channel. You might find more valuable tips. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new video. If you are not using AMALYTIX yet, why not start a free 14-day trial? You will get full access to all features completely risk-free. And we are also happy to give you a personal live demo if you like. No matter what you choose, I look forward to seeing you again soon, either in the next video or inside the tool. Until then, take care.